Hey guys, it's me, Risa. I'm not in my kitchen. Let's take a look at where I am. 3 guesses. And I'm not in my backyard. I'm not even in Thornhill or Toronto area. I'm in Muskoka, in Huntsville. I know, it's very quiet. Millions of trees, very Blair Witch-like. So peaceful, so quiet. And I just thought this is a great time to do a video. And it's all about me. It's about you. It's about taking time for you and saying a simple word, but yet a difficult word. No. And, it's, you think that a little word with 2 letters, so many people struggle with saying, including myself, definitely including myself. Being able to say no to people we love, our friends, our family, our coworkers, our bosses, right? Our children, to people that, just we meet, random, strangers sometimes even, when they want something from us. Do you feel sometimes everybody wants something from us? I know I do. And that's why I wanted to do this video, because our life isn't just centered around our health journey, isn't just centered around our food and our exercise. But it's a huge amount is on how we feel, how we think, our mindset, our positivity. And so I felt it's really important to talk to you about strategies and tips that have helped me to say no. And there's a lot of different circumstances, and there's a lot of history as well that we've learned to always be there for everybody else, do things for everyone else, and we forget about who? We forget about ourselves, and we put everybody else ahead of ourselves. And I'm guilty of that as well, because, our lives get really busy, and it's also about habits that we formed, right? And what we've done in our past for so many years that it becomes second nature to just avoid conflict, avoid hurting other people, and it's not necessarily true that we're hurting other people. A lot of times, who are we actually hurting? We're actually hurting ourselves, because we're so afraid of what everybody else thinks. And that's powerful. We are afraid of what other people think, and we forget about how we feel and what's best for us. Okay? And I'm not saying don't ever say no to people. Of course, say yes to people, and afraid to say no to people. Hello? I think all this fresh air and walking is getting to me. But seriously, I'm just going to switch hands. I've been out on a big walk. We're up north, my family, and I've been collecting some rocks because when I go to see my dad at the cemetery, my brother and I, my mom, or whoever visits, it's a tradition to leave on the gravestone a rock to let them know. Oh, it's getting darker. I'm in a shadier area here, to let them know that we've come there. And up north here in Huntsville, there are tons of rocks, and And there's lots of hills. Anyways, I thought that I can exercise and do my workout and my weightlifting all at the same time. So, and do a video as well and talk to you guys. So many years ago, I was in school, of course, college, taking my social services diploma. And we were talking about becoming assertive. And I thought, I know sometimes I could be aggressive and you get angry, but being assertive and asserting your thoughts and feelings to others people in a way that you don't feel that people are going to get angry and that you don't feel guilty about, which is, I think, a big part of us being afraid to say no to people is, being judged and feeling guilty for, God forbid, saying what we want and what we need, right? So my teacher asked us to take a bunch of books and hold them in our hands. And she said to me, okay, Risa, you don't want them anymore. And I looked at her, I said, I don't want them anymore? She said, no. She said, you need to say, no, I don't want those books. I don't need those books. I don't have to keep those books. And I thought, how do I say no to my teacher? How do I do that? And in a way that doesn't look like I'm being disrespectful and being judged. My hair is going in my mouth. Sorry, guys. It's very, very humid up here. And so I took a deep breath and I tried to drop them, and she said, oh, no, that's not good enough. Now you need to throw them down and say no. And I thought, I don't know how to do that. I'm not used to saying no to people. I'm really a yes person and a pleaser. And she said, well, it's about time that you start pleasing yourself and doing things that are good for you, because this health journey is definitely about paying it forward and helping others, but it's also the most important person is you. Wow, that was incredible. So I took those books and I threw them down on the floor and I said, no, I don't want those books. I don't want all that negativity in my life. I don't want people who are of so much drama and anger and, that aren't supporting me and helping me and asking me so many things to do. It was a buildup of years of pleasing everybody else and forgetting that we need to please ourselves as well. Again, I'm not saying not to help other people and do things, but there are times when we have to be strong and assertive, and know that it's so important for our mental health. People that like to push food, I've been on this journey a long time. And there are definitely food pushers out there, and you know who I'm talking about. Everybody has them in their family, their friends. You're going to parties, there's different celebrations, and people will come to your house or whatever, and they'll say, but I made this especially for you. And all you want to do, you don't want to hurt people's feelings, and I get that. But again, we have to be strong, and we have to be independent, and we have to be positive, and we have so many things that we have to do in our life. But we also can say, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'll have a little taste. I'm on my health journey. I don't, I'm not, we can't avoid disappointing some people some of the time. It's going to happen. It's how we internalize those feelings, and a lot of times it's spontaneous, and a lot of times it isn't, that we can prevent things by making a plan and knowing that when we go to our siblings, our families, our parents, our grandparents, our children, our friends, our coworkers, and we're around them. And if it's around food, we can bring stuff that we make, right? That's a good strategy. Bringing stuff that you can eat is helpful. Even if they don't ask, do it anyways. Bring it so that you have stuff for yourself. But there's so many other scenarios. And I want you to keep in mind, you have a whole bunch of books that you're holding, and what do you really want to say to that person? They want you to come over and you're tired. The truth, my friends, I know this sounds so cliche, will set you free. You take a deep breath, you count to 10, and you say, I would really love to. And it's not just what you say, it's how you say it, right? That's also, we've struggled with that our whole life. We've heard that, and people say, sure, it's easy for you to say that. But honestly, when you're really angry and when you're really aggressive, it's going to come out in a way that people aren't going to respond well to you. And I'm not saying sometimes you have to walk on eggshells all the time around what you want to say to people, but being truthful and honest with them and letting them know how you feel. I statements are so important. I feel this, I feel that. They can't take that away from you because you own those feelings. They're yours. Nobody can take them away from you. So being honest and truthful and telling people, I can't get up tomorrow morning for that walk, but maybe we can do it a different day. Or I would really love to see you, but right now I need to rest. I'm very tired. I'm not feeling well. And I'm not saying make excuses. I mean, sometimes a little white lie goes a long way. But, it doesn't hurt anybody. But also, again, so why do you have to make up stories? Why can't you just be truthful? A friend of mine recently wanted me to go on a trip, and it's been the pandemic, depending again when you're watching this. But I think a lot of you will agree that I didn't feel right about it. I thought about it. I thanked her, and she sounded really disappointed. And, I was worried that, she would take it the wrong way. And that's what we do. We get in our own heads and we worry about how other people are going to feel, and we forget about how we're going to feel. And sometimes we are going to disappoint people, and they might be hurt, but if they're your true friends and family that care and love and support you, well, they'll understand when you have to change your mind. If we have to disappoint or say no, we can't, then the ones that understand and are supportive and are there for you are your true people, right? Your true persons that will have even more respect for you. Trust me, they will. A lot of other people are insecure in themselves, and so they try to push that on us. And so when we're strong mentally, then we're able to trust in ourselves and say the things that we need to say so that we can move forward and feel better and not use food as a coping mechanism, right? Hello, we've all been there. To eat our feelings rather than talking and being truthful. Our truth is so key to being able to say no and let people know how we feel. And self-discovery, how changing those old habits might be hard. Sometimes writing it out, sometimes sharing it on a group and talking to other people for feedback and tips and strategies. When I know when I was in my Weight Watcher meetings and people had struggles around saying no, and we would role play. You can role play it out. Whatever helps you to be able to find ways to cope. Sometimes just doing breathing. There's lots of breathing exercises. We all breathe. Hello. Oh my God, you must think I'm crazy. But breathing exercises and de-stressing, because of course saying no can be very stressful. But again, it's the way we manage that stress so that we don't use food as an option. Exercising, going for my walks, and it really helps me to think clearly, to figure out what I want to say to people, and also think about our own feelings, which is so key, and own our own feelings. Okay, so breathing exercises, talking to people. Some people are religious, if they have a rabbi or a priest or whoever, whatever culture, there's somebody that you want to talk to about your feelings around fearing that word no, and not trusting in that word no to get you the things that you want and need in your life, feeling you're going to be guilty and disappointed and because of all the choices that we've made in the past and our habits that we formed, and learning new ones, that's really key. So we want to have less drama. We want to have less stress. We want to feel good, because like I said, positivity, mindset, and growth. So learning from our past and growing from them is so key. So, over the years, I've always thought of my teacher with those books. That was really, really something that helped me so much to be stronger. And it was so empowering when I did that. And when I still think back about it, that I've grown so much over the years to make sometimes very difficult decisions, to say no to people, to say no to myself about things as well, that you don't need to buy those clothes, you don't need to eat that food, you don't need to whatever it is. Those are just whatever examples, but we have to think about our own situations, our work, our relationships with our spouse, our children. It's not always easy to say no, but again, we have to sometimes, and I don't like this word, but I can't think of another one, be selfish for ourselves. Be selfish for ourselves. And it's not really being selfish. It's not. It's our truth and how we need to get by and get through things that are going to make the choices that are going to help us for our lives, because we are number one, and our mindset is so important to be successful, and our truth is what will help us to get to all the goals that we want. So again, we've had a mindset in one way, and now it's going to be changing, and it won't happen overnight. You need to practice, and I still have difficulties sometimes too, I'm not going to lie, and it does get easier. Just like anything else, practice makes perfect. So what are we going to say? We're going to say no. What are we going to say? We're going to say no. No to stress. No to drama. No to things that people want from us all the time. There's a mosquito on my phone. Go away, shoo, mosquito. That's why I'm wearing a hat. I don't want to get bitten to death when you're up north. No to people pushing our buttons. No to people that are making us do things that we don't, jobs that we don't like, relationships that are toxic, people that are toxic in our life that only want to cause drama and who are bitter or resentful or narcissistic, and it's always about them. It needs to be about who? Us. It has to be about us. We only have our one life, right? So we have to make the best of it. I hope some of these tips and strategies were helpful. There's lots of YouTube breathing exercises, self-affirmations, how to calm. Again, if you need to talk to somebody, a doctor, a therapist, because again, a lot of these feelings that we struggle with are usually from past for many years, and it's not going to just go away on their own. Writing, breathing, exercising, role playing will really help. And remember that you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are smart, you are creative, you are strong, you are positive, you can do this. Willpower, determination, perseverance, and doing this over and over again will help you in the long run. So that's it. I love you guys. Signing off from beautiful Muskoka, Ontario, guys. Again, depending on when you're watching this is summer of 2021, and my hair looks crazy because I've been walking for a long time. So be well. Comment, make sure you subscribe, share my channel with everybody on any social media that you're on, because I have lots of other podcasts, lots of healthy recipes and strategies to help you for meal planning, meal prepping, all kinds of brunch, breakfast, desserts, snack options, which I love, that I hope to pay it forward to help you and others as well. Take care. Bye for now. Oh, and my Facebook group, WW Tips and Recipes by Risa, and on Instagram, WW Risa's Tips. All right, take care. I can't wait to hear from you. Don't forget to comment and like, because I want to hear what you have to say as well. Bye for now.